Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing Alleluia, Christ the Savior is born, Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you this child that you delivered would soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sight to a blind man? Oh, Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hands? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels tread? When you kiss your little baby, you kiss the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know? Oh, Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Oh, Mary. Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Oh, Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? This sleeping child you're holding is a great
I'm Brian Grace, and you're watching Under the Lights Racing.
What is up, UTLR Live? I am your host, LRS, here with the UTLR Xfinity Series. I am joined up in the booth by the league owner, Alex, or UTLR Storm. Alex, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good. Trying to get my camera on that does not want to be on. But good to be here. Good to
Great.
have everybody here this evening. So excited.
Yeah, very exciting. We're here at the home of NASCAR in Charlotte. This is the third and final race of the week. We saw a great truck race that went caution free, a great cup race that had only a couple of cautions, and hopefully we see some of the same things tonight, Alex.
Yeah, no, it's been a great week, shockingly, from these drivers all week long. I honestly expected a little bit more, or about an average race here from Charlotte because this track is somewhat tricky when it comes to 3 and 4. But again, we've had a great race so far all week long, caution free in the trucks, and only one caution in a very long Coca-Cola 300 last night.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola 300 last night, like you said, was very long. We had the unusual extra third stage. It provided a lot of different types of racing. There was some strategy as well. And you tried to play a different strategy game. It didn't really work too well. It kind of worked. It didn't really mess us up. But I do think strategy will be a key player tonight as well. And I'm looking for maybe somebody like Clater, who's one of those strategy drivers, to possibly do something different tonight.
Yeah, Claire's a good option. Honestly, I think one driver that we need to watch is Dude Chef. He was on the hunt in the truck race, and he came off and won it. And he's just been on rails recently. I know that he was away from his wheel, and it was kind of putting a downfall on his momentum. He's back on his wheel, and he's been cooking ever since. So look for him to be a contender tonight, starting from the second position.
Yeah, and to expand on that, like you said, we're coming off the Thanksgiving bye week, and prior to the Thanksgiving bye week, Duchev actually won the previous Xfinity Series race at Martinsville after some unfortunate circumstances for Jack Boy. So he's riding a huge wave of momentum. If you do the math properly, technically he won 2 races in a row. He won the Thursday race in the Xfinity Series, and then he won the truck race a couple days ago on Tuesday. So he's riding great momentum. He couldn't race last night. Some things came up, but he qualified really well. He qualified well tonight as well. So I think he's still on that momentum streak.
Yeah, without a doubt. And tonight's race is going to be a little bit different, though. As we look at the overall stats for tonight, it's going to be a 100-lap race with 150 miles, but a different wear package. We're having the same draft, normal draft, but Luke, what is it about this ×3 package when it comes to a track like Charlotte?
Yeah, well, first of all, the thing about the ×3 package is the Xfinity cars are really, really tight. I know you haven't raced them a lot recently, Alex, but if you remember properly, the Xfinity cars are really tight. So the ×3 package kind of brings them into a looseness era where you're going to have to run a tighter setup and you're going to have to give up that short run speed if you want to be fast on the long run. So I think the 3 times wear is definitely going to cause some problems tonight, but it's also going to show who knows how to handle their car best and who knows how to take care of their stuff because you just have to be in that right headspace and you have to maintain if you want to win this race.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I know we were talking about beforehand. This is also with the Roval that came before the Thanksgiving holiday. We were talking about the Double Dip Challenge. This is kind of a two-in-one deal. It's only a 2-race stretch. It's probably our shortest stretch of a special event that we've had in the league in quite some time. Only 2 races, and we had a break in between. What the Double Dip Challenge is, for the ones that don't remember, is 2 races, 6 drivers, 1 winner. We only have 5 drivers tonight out of those 6. The reward is going to be rewarded after tonight's race. It's going to be the best average finish from those drivers. They get 20 bonus points and 10 playoff points, and all they have to do is just, again, best average finish. With the Roval 2 weeks ago on the ×4 wear, and then tonight on ×3. Now, the drivers that are involved in this would be Edge, who is going to be starting pretty high up in the field. He's actually the pole for tonight. He is in the he starts first, but is going to have a best average finish of 3rd. 2 weeks ago, sorry. Jack Boy 2 weeks ago was 7th. Garage God in 16th. Deport, who did not race, so we'll see him race tonight, though, and then Knockdown in 18th. But because he is subbing for somebody tonight, it will not count against him, or it will not count for his position in this fight. So those 2 are probably out, Deport, Knockdown. But Luke, it kind of comes down to those 2. So I'll kind of lead it back to you. But Edge and Jack Boy, those 2 are the ones to go off of tonight for this challenge.
Yeah, and I have to be really honest. I feel like Jack Boy's riding a lot of momentum. Ever since he got kind of vaulted out of his ride in the Cup Series, he feels obviously like he has something to prove. And you saw at Martinsville, he kind of dominated and got screwed over by a lap car in our previous Xfinity Series race. So I think he will be the one to beat tonight in terms of the average finish. And I do think that Edge could get up there. Edge is aggressive, but I just think Jack Boy he's just consistent. You know what I mean? And he has that pace where you have to be on your game. You cannot make mistakes. If you make one mistake, he will pounce on it, and that's going to completely change how tonight's race goes.
Will. Let's see. INF, I have to put some in the chat here. Over under line for cautions for calls tonight. 2.5 cautions. We've had only 1 so far in Cup and trucks. Do we see a change tonight?
I'm going to say yes, unfortunately. I do know that we do have a pretty large field tonight. I think it's like 23, 22. So the other races we had like 17 and 19. I'm not saying that this will cause a difference, but I do think that we will see a couple more cautions tonight, especially like before mentioned, Alex, that 3 times where people are going to be getting really loose, especially on that first run before they can get their setup in.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the over on this one. Not much, though. I don't know for you, but I think it definitely be close away just by 1 or 2 points of an over because I think the Xfinity cars and these drivers have had a very phenomenal season, usually one of the cleanest groups of racing. So I think because of the time three and uh, the kind of track that we're at with the amount of drivers, I think we will see a couple more cautions than we're used to. But I think it's going to be fairly a clean race because these drivers are used to racing from green to checkered nonstop.
Yeah, can't really disagree with you there. I think we're going to see, like you said, a pretty green race. I do think I'm going to go with the over as well. I just don't know how this race is going to pan out. I have, some suspicions that it could either be crazy or really dull, especially with the three times where it could go either way.
Indeed, it will. And so, I'm going to bring off the lineup to y'all real quick. Going to go through it. Or actually, look, if you want to, you can. Um, and then afterwards,
Right,
I think
yeah.
we're going to go through and have some underdog picks and kind of see who we think is going to be the best one tonight. But yeah, Luke, if you want to go ahead with the lineup.
Yeah, let's go down the lineup on the front row. It's an all rookie front row with Edgington and Duchef lining up 1 and 2. And in third place, we have Flash. Fourth place, we have Garage God. Fifth, we have Clater. Sixth is the 20 car. Who's in the 20 car, Alex?
Yeti.
That is Athletic Yeti in the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing in P6. Then we have Meso in P7, Dusty in P8, Drake in P9. We have Deport rounding out the top 10. Then we have Loadbroke 11th. SP is 12th. Ardeni is 13th. Peyton is 14th. Weist is 15th. Yeti or Jaden, he's 16th. Wombat is 17th. We have Mountain Ranger 18th. Or no, sorry, that's Barber Boy 18th. Ian is racing tonight. I hope he is. He's in P19. We haven't seen him in a long time. I expect to see some nice racing out of Ian tonight. Rounding out the top 20, my other driver, that is Black Hammer in P20. Jacob Willingham, that is Knockdown at P21. P22 is Beeson. And lining up at the back of the field is Jack Boy. Now, Alex, this is kind of interesting. Like you said, the double dip challenge. One is starting on pole, one is starting 23rd.
Yeah, so when it comes to a double dip challenge, you got the two main drivers fighting this one out that it boils down to. And yeah, Jack Boyd was under the weather this past week and just not able to get a qualifying time down, but made the field still. So he's going to be fighting hard, which could go either way, honestly. Recently, he's been on a good streak, but it could go either way. We'll see how he does tonight, but he's definitely got a dogfight ahead of him. Um, but again, like even one of your drivers, Luke, kind of out that's not a contention for the double dip, but racing under the weather. We've had a lot of drivers recently racing under the weather. Ducky was one of them, but tonight, like you said, you got a sub in for a Hammer behind that wheel, the 9 car.
Yeah, I think it's just seasonal allergies for everybody. It seems like most of the people on my team are sick. I might have accidentally spread that around, but um, yeah, I think it's just a lot of seasonal things. Obviously, we're getting into that winter state, and people are allergic to pine, and they're putting up their pine trees, and they're just getting all stuffy.
Yeah. And you even said Ian. Hopefully he does race tonight. Haven't really heard much from him, but hopefully he does race tonight. If he does, he is running towards the back, but he also just got on wheel. So he is learning a new wheel and learning wheel in the entirety. So definitely a new challenge for him. Uh, or sorry, almost said high road. Hammer out there in chat. Sorry, Hammer, I did not offend you on that one. Um, hold my come from the back. This is for my boy Ducky who was out sick. So showing the appreciation out there, and that's what I love about honestly everybody in this league for the most part. Everybody gets along pretty well. Uh, Hammer, a pretty outspoken guy there, ready to tackle this track with a vengeance since he has moved up to Cup Series this season, tracking that championship. So Luke, I'll kick it over to you. Who would be your underdog pick in this field tonight?
Yeah, I was gonna pick Duchef as my underdog pick, but to be very honest, I don't really think that's an underdog anymore. I feel like the past couple of weeks he's kind of shown that he shouldn't be labeled as the underdog pick. I'm going to go with something interesting, Alex. And we saw last night this guy was running top 10 until an incident late in the race. I'm going to go with Yeti. Jaden.
Ooh, very, very good pick. Yeah, he was running top 10 at one point last night. Um, he's got the talent, he's got the speed to be in contention. And again, Xfinity has done him very well versus the trucks. He hasn't done much in Cup, so last night was a good experience for him. But Xfinity cars, he has a really good handling on. As much as I like that pick, I want to go different from you, and I'm going to go with a driver kind of towards the front of the field. He tends to qualify well, doesn't do a whole lot during the race, but I think that he has something in store, and he comes from Joe Gibbs Racing, and that is Garage God.
I like that pick.
I know he's been kind of a mid-pack runner at most tracks, but usually he tends to qualify very well and just can't get it done. But I think tonight with a different package, tonight could be the night that he may not win, but I think he is going to finish inside the top 5, right where he is starting, and won't lose any ground throughout the entire race.
Yeah, I like that pick. Last night he was in the top 5. I think he finished top 5. He just made some questionable moves towards the end, cost himself really a shot at the win.
Yeah, you and me up there battling last night. Kind of got tied away from the end of it. I kind of split off from a bad stop, but you and that group kind of had the run going towards Duchef right there at the end, but just couldn't capitalize on it. Or no, sorry, Jeff Clater. Rather, Clater kind of just pulled away from it all.
Yeah, he played a good strategy. He pit a lap before me, which is why he got that little gap. And Hammer was struggling, kind of held us up a little bit. Not intentionally. He was just, struggling, couldn't get out of the way. He was in the middle of the corner, so it didn't really work out too well. But both of our drivers, Alex, that we picked had solid runs last night, and I think they're going to do something here tonight, especially because I do, unfortunately, predict we're going to have a little bit of early chaos.
I'm honestly surprised that we held it together as much as we did last night because I think you and me were in a party chat. I think we looked back about 6 or 7 times, just knowing they're about to pile up, and somehow, some way, thank God we weren't near it. They avoided it and kept it straight, even though they went about seven deep, 7 wide. But yeah, it's gonna be a very tight track. And what to you makes this track so difficult? And people talk about it as turns 3 and 4, but I just got the invite into the game. But before we go track side for the command, what is the most difficult part?
It is the entrance of turn 3. The corners are so different that when you're in the entrance of turn 3, the car does not handle how you're anticipating. So you just have to ride the corners. They're different.
Fair enough. Well, Luke, time for the command to get these engines fired here tonight. Let's go it.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The race starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, we are back. Luke taking the lead here tonight. Appreciate him coming back and being with us again full time this rest of the season here in Xfinity Series. We're resetting the lobby though, so it'll be just a minute. So we talked about the underdogs, Luke. Who is your pick to be the most dominant here tonight?
Yeah, my race win pick. We talked about the underdogs, like you said, and I'm not going to pick Yeti to win the race. That would be a little outlandish.
He might appreciate it.
Yeah, he might appreciate it, but I'm going to go a little bold here. not as bold as picking Yeti, but I'm going to go from looking in the back half of the pack. I'm going to pull Hammer out of P20, and he's going to win the race after not setting a qualifying time, subbing for Ducky.
Nice. You know, I feel like I can't pick one driver, Luke. It's very hard. From the field that I see, I have it narrowed down to two. And I feel like it's not going to be a one driver dominance. It's going to be a two driver dominance, and I don't know who's going to win it out of the two. And I may be a little biased. I'm not looking at this as biased, but I think the two coming from it is going to be from Trackhouse. Just off of what I saw in the truck race here with a unique package, and then how one of them can do in the Cup Series, and that's Weist. Weist in the number 10 car tonight from the 15th position. Up front, all race long in the truck race, led 2 stages last night in the Cup race. He's gonna be a dominant factor tonight. And then Jack Boy from 23rd. He's on the run right now. I think he's gonna do great things tonight.
Yeah, Alex Baldwin, being slightly biased, we both picked from our own teams, but I do think that we have some pretty good lineups on our teams. Obviously, your guys should be up there leading the points, but he just switched out into a new car in Weist. Jack Boy's had some horrible luck, but he's ran up front, should have won a couple races this season. My drivers, they put in everything they can. We haven't won a lot of races this season, but they're all trying their best, and we've had a brief rain shower. That's why we're sitting here waiting.
And it's Charlotte. It's typical this time of year. Get a little shower here and there. So as we kind of wait out this rain, we're going to go do the rain dance. But yeah, so we kind of look ahead towards the rest of this month. And Luke, there's a lot of things going on this month. We have an all-star race coming up here soon from the league that will kick off in the new year. That is if we're on this game. We're all kind of in limbo right now, to be honest. Won't sugarcoat it this time around. Off the recent news that we could be no longer having this game after the first year, but nonetheless, we have some good racing coming up in the next few weeks.
Yeah, and I feel like, honestly, Alex, if at the end of this month, if it is it for NASCAR Heat 5 and for our league on this game, we've ran every single race in our league, by the way, on this game. I feel like it is a perfect fitting ending that the last point race would be Chicagoland. That is the UTLR crown jewel, in my opinion. That is a perfect ending, if that's when it would end.
Actually, honestly, I have looked at the schedule so many times, and I have still not even known that until you just said that. That's actually amazing. Blind reaction here. That's actually pretty damn cool. That would be the last race. Like you said, it's been a crown jewel. We have a lot of great racing, a lot of memories. So this whole league has been... Season 1 was on Heat 4, and I believe Season 2 and beyond was on Heat 5, because we had just finished up, of course you weren't around, but we just finished up Season 1 on the last part of Heat 4 before we switched over to Heat 5 for Season 2 and beyond. But yeah, Chicagoland, what a fitting end that would be if that was the case. I think that was where you snatched your first ever career win here in this league, and people have just enjoyed that track no matter what it is. We've thrown every kind of setup at it as far as drafting, package-wise, and let's see, that one's actually going to be a high draft, which we haven't thrown out yet, so what a ending that would be.
Gen 6.
Yeah. Wish we could do Gen 7, but Gen 6, a throwback race for sure for us. We've had that race as our close to our season finale, not quite. We've also had it as a Clash event. We've also had it, I believe, as an All-Star race one year. So it's been a fun year, fun 4 or 5 years on this game, if it does come to an end. But as much as we love the memories, we're hoping for the best. We can continue on racing because we got a hell of a schedule following after the Christmas holidays.
Yeah, we worked really hard to build that schedule. If you look even down into the playoffs, that's probably one of our best playoff lineups we've had in maybe ever. The tracks and the versatility there is just unmatched. There are so many different things you're going to have to adapt to and try to use to your advantage to race in, like the Homestead Roval. We have a road course in each round, a short track in each round. We got Indy in there. We have so many different things that could lead to, possibly an underdog champion like we saw last year in the Truck Series in Deeport.
Yeah, what a way that ended. And I think it's set up for another underdog. It'd be maybe a different underdog in Cup. Maybe it won't be you. But I think you're a solid pick for the Cup Series Championship. But before we get there, Luke, the rain has lifted and we're live on track, ready to go racing this afternoon, this evening.
Yeah, we're pacing around here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. See, it's nice and sunny out, a little overcast. The rain passed through. God isn't crying anymore.
Finally. Finally is the case.
Now watch, we're going to load in and everyone's going to lag out. Ready? Okay, well, we loaded in. Looks like everybody's all right.
We load in, usually we load in after they've already crossed the line, and we actually load in perfect timing to the first lap, so.
See everybody shuffling around, getting into their starting positions. This is one of my favorite things to watch while doing a broadcast, how everybody gets into their spots.
It really is. I don't know why. It's kind of a small, it's a small deal to us, but I've always liked it. Never had a problem with it until somebody ruins me.
Now, something interesting, we had like 23 drivers on the qualifying list. I'm only counting 17 or 18 in this race. But some people did not show.
Yeah, I know Ian's one of them. I can already tell you. I can just look at that field and tell you.
Very unfortunate. We all wanted to see Ian come in.
Getting hammered in this 9 car, Echo Park. That'd be a nice car, honestly. Not a bad scheme. Jack Boyd in that 21 Napa Auto Parts scheme. You ready to take the green flag here from Charlotte. Luke, I'll let you lead it out.
We come onto the front straightaway into what they call the quad oval, not a tri-oval, into the line, and we are green at the home of NASCAR. Good job by the inside lane and the outside lane. That fourth place car got out of line really fast, kind of almost jumped the start. That is, I think, the 38 of Deeport.
Yeah, Deeport already 3 wide, and with Duchef in the middle, Plater on the bottom in his new number 39 car, and they are already duking it out. Duchef and Deeport up in the outside wall.
Yeah, and you look already, I think that's Flash up and into the second place position in that one car.
Yeah, Flash is a good track racer. I wouldn't be surprised to see him do well tonight, honestly. I think he's got a lot of momentum on his side. He tends to be a top-notch driver, but an underdog at certain tracks.
Ooh, somebody's lagging really bad mid-pack. I think it is Deeport. Maybe that's why he got such a good start. But, yeah, Alex, what I'm going to watch here on the opening few laps here is how your driver, Jack Boyd, gets to the field, because he is in that double dip challenge. His number one competitor is in the lead. And it looks like to me he's already passed about 5 or 6 cars.
Yeah, he's really using that advantage, and I talked to him before the race this evening, and him and Weist had a good connection, because you got to remember, those two now on the same team. We just signed Weist to the 31 car for the remainder of the Cup Series season, even though he's not competing for the championship. But these two drivers come from Team INF in the Truck Series, and Trackhouse took both of them, and now they're teammates once again. So look for these two to team up and work together. They worked great in the truck race and almost was going to win the race and be first, second. But yeah, Jack Boy and we definitely going to be working together tonight.
Yeah, Jack Boy got by his other teammate of Yeti, or Jay. I'm just going to call the other Yeti athletic
Yeah,
because I think that's going to get confusing. Somebody's in the wall up here,
that
up
is
in turn
Deport.
4. There's Deport right in front of Jack. He gets out of the way. Jack gets another spot into what looks like the top 10.
Yeah, just cracked the top 10 for this 21 machine. Definitely a highlight reel for him early on. This is a 22 lap stage, and we're already 6 laps in.
Yeah, and by what I'm looking at, you are going to have to pit, obviously. If you can do it properly, you probably only have to pit once here.
Yeah, so Luke, when would be the appropriate time to do this? Do you split the stage, or do you try to attack and be the first one on the pit road?
Yeah, I feel like with the way these cars are going to handle and the way the draft works, you should probably pit a little early. Probably, honestly, should aim right at your number. I feel like if you pit late, you're going to lose too much time and won't be able to keep up with the draft. As you can see, it's very draft dependent. The top 5 or 6 cars are all in the pack still.
Yeah, and I just tuned in SP's broadcast from the Esports Racing Network, the ERN onboard camera, and he's got 15 laps remaining in stage 1 here at Charlotte, and he has about 11 laps of fuel.
And Alex, there's that driver that we said is not going to be considered an underdog anymore. Duchev going for second.
Yeah, battle between him and Flash. Flash is going to give way right there. And then a guy who we talk about when it comes to strategy calls, Clater. Now this guy, in a cup car, mind you, saved about 30 laps in a Gen 6 car. So I don't expect him to save 4 laps, but I wouldn't be putting it behind him because the dude can somehow stay just up to speed and still save enough laps.
Yeah, and if you just look throughout the field, we're getting a little spread out now. The only few cars, I mean, there's battles all over the place, but they're obviously spread out. There's a couple of packs of cars. You see Clater and Flash jockeying a little bit, so that allows the leaders to pull away. SP's trying to work under Flash, but got tight right there.
Yeah, and Luke, a driver that I want to kind of focus on real quick is Drake. Drake is not competing for the championship this year, but he's definitely been a consistent driver and could be willing to win at some point here in the Xfinity series. He's been very, very good here. Uh, Tends to do well here at Charlotte. It's kind of a home track for him as well. So Drake always been really good. Doesn't matter if it's a cup car, a truck, or an Xfinity car. He's always inside the top 5 by the end of this race.
Yeah, and I am actually very impressed with what I've seen out of Drake recently. He's not doing the best in the Cup Series. He took over that famed 24 car. Not doing the best that I think he could, but in these lower series cars, Drake is consistently running top 5 now, and obviously that's a momentum and confidence boost for him. He just needs to figure out how to translate it into the Gen 7 car.
Yeah, and Luke, here we go. This pack of racing that we talked about. Look who's tagged up behind Drake all of a sudden. It's Weist and Jackboy.
Yeah, I would be worried if I was these front few drivers. Weiss likes the strategy. Jackboy's aggressive. And you see in the pit lane already are Denny. So he was probably so far behind that he has not much to lose. So he'll probably just pit here and see if he can make it.
And there goes Weist past Jack, or Weist goes by Drake, and he puts the block on Jackboy, splitting those two up just for the time being. Expect a couple people probably on pit road in the next couple of laps. I'll start seeing a couple battles and side-by-side racing, which means people are probably getting down to the bottom of the track and getting ready to pit.
Yeah, Duchev went to the lead. Clater got in the grass on the front straightaway, which checked up SP and opened the door for Weist. I do think people are going to be pitting here, as some drivers were diving down below the line. No, nobody's coming in.
Yeah, SP lost a couple spots, and that has allowed, somehow through that mangle of mess, Jackboy is still following Weist right behind him.
Yeah, SP Clater, some admins of ours, and one of my driver, the other one driving for his own team. They're struggling right now. They probably ran a looser setup, and that car is just starting to come to them. They probably should have ran a little tighter.
Yeah, Claire almost in the outside wall. He's going to take a pit stop now.
Oh!
And Jackboy just dumped his teammate on the pit road.
And SP missed pit road because of that. Or no, not SP. Somebody missed pit road because of that incident. It was Clater.
And what's unfortunate too is that I know those two are in a party together as well, Weast and Jackboy. So team orders did not go according to plan apparently.
Yeah, and that exact incident happened last night with Flash and Weiss. Weiss got dumped on coming to pit road last night.
Yes, he did, and he didn't really care for it. So early on, still a lot of time to make up the ground. Weast is definitely fast, and he's shown it all week long. So I wouldn't be too concerned right now. It's early. It's just stage one. Tough time to rebound.
Yeah, people are in the pits. Like we said, Flash is in. You see Weiss coming out. Obviously, a lot of damage on his car. Deport's in the pit lane. So is Jay.
And SP is running this dry. So is Edge and Dude Chef. They'll probably be in this time. SP has six to go with 2 laps of fuel left and 9% on that right front. Now SP, not the best driver at Charlotte. He says he hates this track, and so he's trying a different strategy that he got from a trackhouse driver. And so we'll see if it works out for him tonight.
Leaders coming in, Dude Chef
Top
and
3
Edge come in. So does SP. So there you go.
Looks like the rest will follow. See who that leaves out. It's going to be Flash, Plater, and Deport all right there. And I do not see who that is in front. I believe that is Jackboy.
So we'll see. It's going to be interesting how they shuffle out, Alex, because obviously the people who pitted first are going to come out in front. The question is, will they have enough fuel? Last night, we struggled because we pitted early. We didn't know we could burn that much. Not too sure if the Xfinity cars burn that much fuel, but
Yeah, Cup cars
it'll be
definitely
interesting.
burned a lot more than expected. And now Clater coming back down pit road.
Might be issues on that car, but look at this, Alex. Edge and Dude Chef shuffle out to the
Yeah,
lead
they
with a
definitely
huge
called
gap.
a different strategy than anybody else.
Yeah, they might have gone with 2 possibly because a 2-tire stop is only about 4 seconds quicker than a 4-tire stop. So they might have gone with 2. Not too sure
Yeah,
if that would work out. You know who did go with 2? SP.
Yeah, and that's
I
what
think everyone up
costed,
here
I
did go with
believe,
2, Alex.
Jack may have had a shot at the win if they had gone 4 tires for the stage win. But 2-tire call looks to be the call, especially the amount of laps they had left. I believe they're coming around for 3 to go. Should be right here for Dude Chef.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, Dude Chef, like you said, Alex, been on a roll recently. He's racing for this Xfinity Championship now because he is locked in with that Martinsville win.
Yeah, he's just out here on Sunday drive at this point, Luke. I mean, he's been consistent, very solid. And Edge, a really strong competitor, really wants to fight it out and get into the playoffs and take one away from some of these drivers. And even get these bonus points for him, since he's a part of this double dip, it'd be a huge win, because if he can just beat out Jackboy, that's all he has to do. And then he gets double the points that Dude Chef would be getting by winning the race.
Yeah, we're coming to the white flag. And a fun fact here, Dude Chef has never won a stage. This would be his first stage win in the Xfinity Series. You look back behind him at Edgington, who is 8th place in the points currently. He's won 2 stages, so it's gonna be
Yeah, for a
interesting to see
second
his
I
white
thought
flags in the
Edge
air
might
for
be
stage
closing
1.
in on Dude. It looked like that maybe Dude got a little loose off of turn 2 the last time by, and Edge gained a little bit down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Alex, I think we might be seeing a tire problem might be forming for Dude Chef. That might be why Edgington backed off. We could see something crazy here out of turn 4. I wouldn't count it out. You see, checks up a little bit. Here comes Dude Chef, or sorry, Edgington on Dude Chef. Out of 4, first stage win of the season for
Nice
Dude
job,
Chef.
nice battle by
Comes at
Dude.
Charlotte.
Way to go by him. Way to go by Edgington to finish second. Third ends up being Meso with a 2-tire call. Where exactly?
Where did he
Meso
come
gets
from?
third. Who knows where? Drake fourth. Jackboy ends up P5th. SP in 6th, Flash 7th, Black Hammer 8th, 9th goes Garage God, and 10th is Deport. Mesa with the surprise of the stage. Haven't talked about him all night long.
Oh yeah, that by the way, that stage win puts Duchef's playoff point total up to 6. So now that moves him into third place in playoff point standings, which means he is steadily above the cut line when the playoffs come, if they come. We never know if the servers will shut off, but you know those points help. He doesn't have to
Agreed,
worry as
and here
much
we
as
come
he
into
did
the Geico
before.
Restart Zone 4, Stage 2. We're back underway here from Charlotte. On board SP here from the third row. We'll see how it shakes out. Duchef back down to the bottom very quickly, back behind Edge.
Yeah, you see they're all funneling to the bottom. They're leaving Drake on the top. Meso follows his JD Motorsports teammate through to
SP
third,
and I believe,
and they're
I
trying
don't know
to
who
get
that
the
was.
lead from
SP and
Edgington.
somebody made contact. Who that was, a bright green car. Oh, Garage God. Garage God and SP made a little
Maybe
bit of
low
contact.
broke.
Had SP in the outside wall that last time by. And SP in the wall again. Now Garage fighting underneath Jackboy.
Yeah, letting Weist go through there. Yeah, Flash with a little mistake there, got checked up on the bottom. That opens the top side for the 18 car
Hammer
as
made
well
a good
as Hammer
surprise
and
attack in
Jack
stage
Boy.
1. Car was good for him. He settled in and found his rhythm. Working out so far P4.
Yeah, this lap or this stage, Alex, way shorter. 17 laps, or well, I guess 19 laps, 4 laps shorter than the previous stage. We already have 17 to go, so this is going to be interesting. They probably will short pit here, and I feel like whoever pits first
Luke, the
will
question that I'm
probably
looking
have the
at
biggest
is
advantage.
not when do they pit. For a couple of these drivers, I think the question could be, do they pit at all in the second stage? Right now, like guys like SP, 16 to go, and they click down to 14, so you're only about a lap and a half, 2 laps short. Depending on tires, is there any hope to save at all?
I mean, I know people will try and save. You know who's already saving? Clater. He's all the way in the back of the pack. He's already back there, way off the pace. He's racing with Dude Chef and Yeti and all of them back there. You know that the saving might come into play as you see a change of the lead. Dude Chef and Meso going through. The INF team boys
Yeah, INF has had
going
a
to the front.
wonders of a week, honestly, with Dude Chef winning in the trucks and performing. Didn't get to perform last night, but showing the strength so far here this evening.
Yeah, Hammer being aggressive there, washed up a little into edge, which is going to allow Meso to clear. Dude Chef still under though, so we'll see if he can get the run.
And
Yeah, he
Meso up
is.
to
Here
second
comes
here.
Hammer.
What a run by this Zero car.
What a run by this 10 car. We saw he was wrecked coming into the pits on the final pit stop of stage 1.
And
He's
look
now
who's
up into
not
the top
attached
5.
to him right now, Jackboy, trying to be a little bit aggressive and get his way back up to that 10 car because he knows that him and Weiss will work great together. Right now they are separated by about 2 or 3 positions, but Weiss back in the hunt.
Nice aggressive move from Hammer to go to the top side of Meso. For P2, you see it's the 2 INF cars and the 2 GMS cars trying to work
Right now
against each
Hammer
other.
just kind of setting still right now, not doing a whole lot. You got Flash back behind him, so I think right now Flash is comfortable where he is. He's not having to worry about Weiss right now. We see Hammer already on the attack for Meso for P2.
Yeah, Meso kind of misjudged that a little bit, backed off to try and get behind Hammer, almost opened the
Yeah, I
door
think
for
if
Flash.
I was Flash, I'd be worried, especially with Jackboy now entering back into the mix. He has just about gotten by Deport, and once he completes that pass, he'll be behind Weiss, and now they can go. I'm wondering, Luke, if maybe has Weiss kind of leveled out, waiting for a 21 machine to get back behind him. Oh! That was a
You know,
contact
oh, hard in the
made
wall.
by
Jack boy.
whoever is behind
He's
Weast.
around.
Trying to find who that was. That was Edge, his arch nemesis for the double dip.
Interesting. Edge has exactly, and Edge has been really aggressive as of late. We saw what happened at the Indy Roval. We saw some things happen as well in a couple previous weeks. So
Yeah, at this
not making
point,
friends
and
out
that's a
there, but I don't think
huge
he
setback
cares.
here in stage 2 after getting solid points in stage 1. Um, he kind of just shuffled Jack all the way to the back, and now Jack's going to have to work his way from the rear of the field with this draft package not looking well right now for that 21 machine.
Exactly, Alex. And Chef and Meso back 1 and 2. They're pulling away because Flash.
Yeah, side by
is putting
side for
pressure
those
on
two, and now
Hammer for
Deport
third.
shifted to the outside of the 10 car, so little contact made for the race lead though. Meso to the race lead. They're 3 wide off of turn 4 or turn 2. Hammered to the bottom of the track, trying to play avoidance. And now that allows the door for Flash to take over the race lead side by side with him and Meso. Flash is going to clear him for the race lead, and now here comes Weiss to the inside with Deport. Luke, what is this?
I think what happened there, it kind of looked like it. Honestly, on my screen, looked like Meso just rammed into the back of Duchev. But I think there was a lag spike because you saw how it just shot him straight up the track. That was not normal. So I think that was just an unfortunate circumstance for both of them.
Weiss
And
now
now they're deep in
battling
the
with
pack.
Deport for the second position, and Flash is off to the races as he has taken that one machine and put it in P1. With Weiss up in second, Deport to third, and Edge is up to P4, battling side by side with Hammer.
Yeah, and you see it worked out really well for Flash, worked out really well for Weist. It hurt Hammer and Meso and Dude Chef and SP. They all are getting
And you
pushed
look
back.
not too far back behind Meso. That is the 18 of Garage God, and Drake still up inside the top 10, hanging strong for these two guys. They're the last two of this pack.
And Flash is pulling away. He don't give no craps about fuel. He said, "I'm going, and when I get low,
I'm
I'll
still
pit."
wondering if anybody is going to, decide, you know what, let's just play it safe at this point and save a little bit. We know SP is actually in. SP is pitted. Here comes Deport. Pit stops now open up.
Hammer as well pitted. We saw the long game play out for Duchef and Edge at the end of the first stage. They stayed out longest. They came out first and second. So maybe staying out would work.
I'm interested to see what Clater does in the 39 machine. He's way off pace. He's hitting the wall though, so I don't know if it's him just coasting it around or if he's got a major problem. Because he sure is riding the high side, getting the wall here and there. I think it's more or less hurting him more than it is saving. Meso, putting Deport in that 38 machine
people.
lap down, staying out right now. Does not appear Flash is going to be coming in this time. He will stay out another lap.
This is interesting, Alex, because he might. I think he's coming to 3 to go in the stage right here.
So.
Because SP's a lap down, if I'm reading that correctly.
Yes,
yeah.
So they are on 3 to go. This time by will be 2 laps to go for Flash.
Well, he'll have
And
to
so
pit
if they
right
don't
here, 'cause pits
pit,
will close.
then it's off the races. It's going to be a mad dash. And Flash comes to pit road, and so does Edge. No, Edge stays out.
Yeah, he's coming.
All right, so that's a commitment right there.
Yeah. So does Weist.
You run out, then you run out at this point.
Meso crashed coming into pit road, but it looks like Edge and Weist are the two that stayed out. Correct me if I'm wrong, Alex. Those are the two
Sure
drivers that got together at the Indianapolis Road Course.
Except last time it was Weist in front, looking for his first career win, and Edge out, and Edge kind of took him out.
Ed just going extremely slowly. We're coming around to the white flag. They're both going really
That
slowly.
is
They
the
are not going to
key
make
question.
it. Who
Drake
is
is
in
in
third?
third. SP just passed him. Weist,
And he's
Weist is
coming.
out.
He
Weist
stayed
is
out
out.
too. So who's in fourth? Yeah, he is out. Edge is stumbling on the bottom too. Is it Garage God?
There goes SP to unlap himself. That's Garage God. Garage God.
We're not going to know who's going to win this stage.
I'm pretty sure of it.
It
It
was
looks like
Garage
it
God?
was. I think.
Imagine that for Garage God. First
No,
career
nope.
UTLR
Garage
stage
was
win,
behind
if that's
SP.
the
Okay,
case.
SP just clicked it over, so I'm glad he did. I want to confirm that. So Edge did win the stage. Confirmation: SP or Edge has won the stage.
On fumes. Bro was going about 7 miles an
So it
hour across
becomes
the line.
Edge, Drake, Dude Chef. Only 13 of the 17 on the lead lap. It'll be 14. Yeti gets the free pass. Stage is Edge, Drake, Dude Chef, Clater, Outlaw, top 5. Denny in P6. Deport 7th. Hammer 8th. Beast is coasting in 9th. And Flash rounds out P10.
A complete flip of the entire field. Everyone's going to pit here. They didn't blow tires, so there's no damage. So they're likely going to hold position. There's going to be people
Yeah,
up
this is
here
going
who have
to,
not
like
been
I
up
said,
here
flip it.
all
It's going
night.
to be a complete turnaround. Could throw some wrenches in this game.
That could, and we're about to get underway with the third and final stage here in Charlotte. Drake on the front row with Edgington. You see in back behind them, Dude Chef and Clater. Green flag is out.
And
Final
53
time
laps to
in
go
stage 3.
in this final stint.
Drake did not get a good launch on that bottom. You see Edge trying to pull up on the outside. Drake side drafting it.
Yeah, Edge wants this race so bad. Drake puts Edge up in the wall, and here comes Dude Chef 3 wide. What a mess back here for the top 4, 5.
Oh,
Weist.
oh, there they go. Oh, in the grass. Oh, Weiss takes out the one, a flash and a big crash into the outside wall. 4, 5, 6 cars involved. They're still crashing. Garage God.
I think I
Upside
caught just
down.
about every angle of that. I think I did. Spamming through everybody.
Oh, we're racing back to the line. Looks like Dude Chef is going to come out in the best position of that. Hammer going to come out in second. Looks like the 90 of Edgington in third did not lose really
No, he did
much
not.
either.
But somebody who avoided all that and hasn't been a talk of the town tonight, and that's Outlaw in that 5 car up inside the top 6.
Yeah, that was a massive crash. It kind of looked like they just started stacking off each other. I don't know what Drake was doing. He got into the side of Edge and then just drove him
Yeah,
all the
that
way up
one
into
was
the wall.
all started from that 74 car, just trying to hang on. You see Beeson getting his lap back. But yeah, Luke, that was a festive waiting to become a wreck whenever Drake got into the outside or inside of Edge there. I'm very surprised though that Edge lost or didn't lose hardly any spots though.
Yeah, I mean, it was for the lead, but he only lost 2 spots from that. I would pit here. I think
Yeah,
most people will as
and
well.
a couple people do stay out. The 10 of Weist stays out. And
Interesting, because I saw him
yeah, on mine,
slam the
he
inside
hit the
wall.
inside wall a ton. And for a second, I saw Jackboy look like he was going to stay out. And then he decided to come in. So I'm wondering, again, I know they're in a party together. So I'm wondering what the case was for the difference there. But Jack actually avoided that, so he's back in this hunt. He's going to be inside the top 8
Yeah.
in this restart.
Yeah, nobody's doing strategy here. Nobody took 2 or nothing. So Duchev comes in the leader, comes out the leader. The top 3 hold serve, but now they're second, third, and fourth behind Weist. maybe Weist, Alex, is staying out here so he can pit like we did last night, a lap later.
It
and
could
get that
very
extra lap
well.
of fuel.
Again, we saw the first caution for us come in the middle of stage 2, and granted that was kind of our third stage in a sense, with the extra stage, but this one comes late in the running. We'll see what Weeks does. I would not be surprised to that call though. We'll have Choose Cone this time. We'll see what he does.
I know this game has a lot of visual glitches, but me and you both saw him slam the inside wall. So he obviously has to have some type of damage, whether it's side or rear or front. You see, it looks like he's
I'm
coming
wondering
in.
who's going to follow. Look at all the people, Luke, that just followed him.
And they're only going to take a splash of fuel. So for Weist, he probably would have been better off just pitting there with the leaders, because he's just going to fall to the tail of the field because he's going to fix the
Yeah,
damage
so he's
and
going to be
take
deep in
tires.
the field on this restart. I would have done the same thing, Luke. I would have came in with the leaders. You're not a lap down. Go ahead and get everything serviced. That way you come out with whatever you come out. You're probably still going to be towards the back, but at least you're not wasting the extra time. Yes, you get an extra lap of fuel, but in the end of it, is it really that worth it? Because all these guys now are pitting, and they're getting... SP actually took 2 tires as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
and
lot of them
them
took
took
4,
4.
took a splash of fuel. But, you know, Luke, taking 4 may not be a bad call. Because it's on the ×3 package. Last night was more of a fuel race.
Yeah, I don't think it
So
is.
obviously we came back in, got our extra lap of fuel. But tonight, it's like, let me get that extra lap for tires.
So, Alex, we have something interesting forming up here. We're going to go green here. The leaders are in 4. A lot of the cars who pit are not caught up. On the front row, the leader is Duchef on the bottom, Blackhammer on the top. Then the 2 that just crashed together to cause the caution is the 90 of Edgington on the inside, Drake on the outside, green flag back out, big stack up. Hammer got rear-ended by Drake, and it turned him into
Yeah,
the 90
wild
of
restart
Edge.
here. A wild little stint here. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out unscathed after this race. Waste is trying to battle Outlaw right now. Go ahead.
You know, it was very interesting, Alex. I was going to say, since a lot of people pitted there, almost everybody took the bottom. There were only 2 cars off the top, so that really strung out the field. Because you have to go to the end of the longest line
Yeah,
if
no,
you
it's going
forfeit your
to,
choice.
and not everybody was up to par. I bet you a few people probably complaining that not everybody was together. But in the end of it, those guys in the back probably had enough speed to at least stay with that line of cars.
Yeah, and you know what I would say? You can't
Exactly.
complain. And you know why you can't complain? Because you chose the pit. That's nobody else's fault. You chose the pit, so it's up to you to catch back up to the field. They're not going to wait for you. There's no rule for it. So if you're going to complain, I guess.
Yeah,
blame
and
your
so
own
Hammer,
ears.
after that little checkup on the restart, he is settled into P4, and that is Garage God in P5.
Yeah, very, very interesting. As you see, they are single file, and I do think they're going to have to pit twice in this final stage. It's the way it's running right now, Alex. It is going to be a saving game. They can hold about 22, 23 laps of fuel. There's 45 laps to go. You can do the math. That's
Oh,
right
you'll
on the
definitely
number,
be
but you're
burning this
probably going to
entire
burn.
race, especially on tires. You're going to kill that right front. That's been the issue all night long for most of these drivers, is that right front into turn 3. That's where you're going to lose all that momentum, if you do lose any.
Check up here in the front half of the pack. Edgington hit the wall, Hammer hit the wall, and that opened the bottom for Flash to go through. And you see a little aggressive move there from Garage
I
God
don't blame
to
him,
get up
but
into third.
Edge is not going to take no fault. He's going to definitely fight it out and get back to where he knows he feels like he belongs, and that's up in the front. Here he comes back underneath him.
Yeah, Edge is a really aggressive driver. I wouldn't be shocked to see a little contact here in the turn 1 if he doesn't clear him before that.
And Deport's still in this mix as well, though. doing solid here so far this evening.
Somebody who said he hates this type of track, and this track specifically, Flash. You know, for somebody who said those
I
words,
told
he's
you,
run
he's
really
kind of
well
one of
all
those
night long.
underrated because he doesn't like these tracks, but yet he's a skillful driver. He's up towards the front every week, just about.
Oh yeah, and he's putting pressure on Dude Chef, and the top three have kind of
Yeah, look,
checked
I'm
out
right
a
now
little bit.
on board with Jack Boy, who has passed SP inside the top, or probably right at top 10. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right outside the top 10 in 11th right now for that 21 machine. Right in front of him is Outlaw and Yeti and Garage God. He goes below Outlaw right now, trying to crack this top 10, hoping for maybe a caution, and he gets kind of a break and gets back into this group.
Yeah, personally, I don't
Yeah,
think
so
we've
far
seen the end of
only
cautions
one
here.
so far. Done very well, but yeah, I think we got at least one or two more before this race is over.
Yeah, we still got 40 laps to go. That's 2 full stages, so. And they have to pit multiple times.
And there goes Yeti underneath. Yeti, again, Luke, we were just talking about from last night in the Cup race. He had a solid top 10 car, and now Jack Boy trying to go 3 wide. He clears the 18.
Wow, what a move by Jay. He got into Garage God, got Jack Boy into Garage God right there, but Jay cleared Jack Boy perfectly
Yeah,
and kind
I
of
know
scared him
Garage
down
God probably
into
won't
the
be happy
apron.
after that one with Jack, but like I said, Yeti cleared him just fine, and it was kind of one of those. Jack was on the inside and had to enter very, very low, and now Jack kind of not really giving his teammate much help there, not much room.
Well, guess what, Alex? He just
Yeah,
almost put
just
him in the
about.
wall. This is a battle for a top 10. Again, Jack Boy is in 8th, SP is 9th. Now I think that is,
No, that is
I don't even
Outlaw.
know who that is behind SP. Is that Bardo Boy? Yeah, so there you go. There's the Outlaw. And they're waiting on SP, or sorry, Jay.
Oh yeah,
Can he
he's
crack
definitely got
back
the
into the
pace.
top 10? He has the pace, clearly.
But Jack, he knows at this point what he's got to do. He wants to finish well. He wants to keep up this little good streak he's got going. But at the same time, he knows that Edge is up there in that first front pack. So he wants to get up there. He wants to battle with Edge. He wants to get back to where he should be and go win those bonus points.
Oh! Yeah, one of your drivers just got heavily in the grass. Sorry, that was Jay.
Yeah, he's going probably struggling just a little bit right now in that 11
Look
machine.
at this, Alex. Yeah, for the lead. Edgington got by both Duchef and Flash.
This little top 5 is breaking away right now, and Drake right there with him too.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Eddie as well. He's been having internet
Yeah, it
issues
seems like
recently,
it's
but he's
settled
running
out
really
for the
well.
time being. That 38 machine trying to do well here. I would be surprised if we saw Drake try to do something here late in the race. Oh, never mind.
And neither would I. Oh, he's doing something right there. He's
Last I
trying to
checked,
take
he
the
sucks
Charlotte
at the
Roval.
roval, so don't think he'd want to even try to attempt that.
And back behind these guys, Weist coming back to the front. So is the 9 of Hammer. Now,
Yeah,
Weist,
man,
Alex,
he
as
is
we
just,
mentioned,
he's a
started in the
solid
back.
driver. I can be the one to finally say that I'm glad to have Weist as a full-time driver across this league. He was a very rounded, well driver, and I think we're extremely grateful to have him and have a solid driver on Trackhouse now in both Trucks Xfinity and now, as of last night, Cup Series in the 31 machine. So can't wait to see how he performs the rest of the season. He's already got a couple wins down. Looking for more of the season.
Yeah, the thing about Weiss, he willingly gave up his seat in the. Oh, and you see Flash pitting. He willingly gave up his seat on INF's team that number 6, and you know what that did, Alex? That took him out of regular season points contention. He's all the way down in the points, and now he's going to have to work really hard to get back up there. I don't think he'll have enough time to get back up there, but that shows the
Yeah,
dedication
no,
to
it
the
does.
team over
I
at
was very
Trackhouse.
impressed and very shocked whenever we tried to get him, and he actually said, "You know what? Yeah, I will." So we'll see how he does the rest of the season. All it takes is a win, though. Oh, Weiss cooked it in there.
Oh! I'm sure he sped right there. Yeah.
But yeah, I think he'll do great things again. All it takes is a win to get in. So we'll see what he can do. He's got to win one more time, though, because now he went from being automatically in the playoffs, and now he's not. But he's fought hard so far.
Yeah.
Most of the field did.
And a lot of people pit there, but I'm worried about Weist. He came in really hot, like you mentioned, Alex. He
We'll see,
more
depending
than
on the
likely
drivers
sped
who
right
come
there.
in and come off. Staying on with him to see what happens here. No, he did not. He's
Wow.
going to come out right behind Dude Chef and Weiss. If anything, he gained time. It's so deport.
A lot of time.
And the crazy part is Luke, that's not even the money stop.
Here comes Flash. Yeah, no, they might have to do another one. Flash made the worst decision out of all of them, in my opinion,
Yeah,
getting
because
early.
if it would have been a smart move if Flash had been first after this cycle. But the fact that he came in and he's right there with the pack, but now you're right there in the pack with the guys who have the freshest tires. They're going to slowly take off eventually.
I'm just waiting for the day that somebody comes up the track coming out of pit road and Kevin LePages everybody. I mean, it did happen
It's
at
already
Pocono
happened once, and we
don't
never
talk
thought
about
in
that.
our league lifetime that it would ever happen. And I think all admins and everybody were just jaw dropped and flabbergasted at that point. We didn't know what to think. We're like, did that really just happen?
I was more mad and upset because I was involved in the crash, but
Great times of Heat 5.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, Heat 5 has given us a lot of great opportunity. You saw that.
Yes.
I know what you're going to say there. Weiss blocked.
Made a good
deport.
block, though. I'll give him credit.
It's like Duchef pull away, though. They got to sort it out.
And it's kind of a 4-car breakaway. Starting to become Dude Chef versus these three.
Oh, yeah. Duchef is pulling away right now, trying to pull Weiss with him.
The question is, in this last stint, when do you pit? Do you undercut it? Or do you just keep on doing the same strategy? Stay out the longest?
Yeah, I think you have to stay out the longest, right, Alex? You want those freshest tires. Run it all the way.
Yeah, so
try
we're
to get
at
those fresh
28
tires.
laps to
Work your
go
way
right
back to the
now.
front.
And they're at 13 laps of fuel left. So if I'm guessing, Luke, this might be a two-stopper or a stretch of fuel to get to the finish. It's going to be awfully close.
Well, they can hold about 18 laps of fuel, 17. So if they run it dry, they should be able to make it on one.
Well, Dude Chef has thought about pulling away, and now it's come back to Tuesday night all over again. Weist and Dude Chef. And last time by, it was Dude Chef who got the victory.
Oh, yeah.
What can happen tonight, though, we'll see in about 26 more laps here from Charlotte. Been a great night so far. One caution all night long here in the early parts of stage 3 for a massive pileup. And now we're seeing 1-2 of the same drivers. And then you see Season 6 Truck Series champion Deport riding in third.
Yeah, something else to mention, Alex. This is almost a carbon copy of Martinsville.
That it is.
It's just a different Trackhouse driver.
Which is weird to believe. so far. A lot of people have stretched out. Go ahead.
You know what's? I was gonna say, you know what's not looking good. Jack
Yeah, I
Boy's
was
chances
looking
at the
around
double
at
dip
that.
challenge.
Edge riding in the 6th position. And Jack, trying to see where he is at. Let's see, so Edge is in 6th, Hammer 7th, and Jack 8th.
You know who I'm disappointed in? The performance out of SP tonight. Not really up here at all. Barely scraping inside the top 10. I haven't even seen him run maybe a single
Yeah, no,
lap in the top
SP has
5.
just been struggling. He hasn't had the best of luck this entire week, and he wishes it would be better. He was pretty upset at himself last night after finishing 14th, which has been his worst finish this season. Uh, but again, he just hasn't really cared for the track, and he hasn't found anything. It's been like me is at road course sometimes. I just haven't had the luck of some tracks and like Road America, but you know, we all have those bad tracks, and SP has just found it, and it's just unfortunate for somebody who is very, very talented to have a bad run, because I know the feeling.
Oh yeah, and imagine the elation if Duchef could win this race. That would be 2 wins in a row for him, and they would be both his first career wins
Yeah,
back to
what a
back.
week it has been for the 15 again. We said that he's a kind of an underdog, who we thought, only because he's a rookie this year. Usually, most rookies are considered underdogs. Uh, but we also have to take into effect of some of these other guys that are also rookies, like Jack Boy. He's started making a name for himself. Start at first bad, now kind of somewhat on the good side. Dude Chef missed the first 3 or 4 weeks because he is out in Alaska. Came back and he's still in Alaska, but now able to race, and he's been dominant just about ever since. Which, a weird fact that people do not know is that Dude Chef actually used to or got close to qualifying for the Heat Pro Leagues. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's in Alaska. What a guy. But yeah, we just crossed the. You know, I'm gonna make up something new. We just crossed the ERN 20 to go.
Alrighty. I like that. I love it.
Gotta steal that Camping World's way to go slogan.
So right now, Luke, as it stands, I was doing some math for a second. Uh, if they were to finish right where they are right now, Edge would definitely win the double dip. He would be 6th, Jack at 8th, with the average finish of those two being Edge at 4.5 versus Jack Boy's 7.5. And that's just because of Edge finishing 3rd 2 weeks ago at the Charlotte Roval, and Jack Boy, who finished 7th. So Jack is going to need a caution or
Oh yeah.
this last pit stop for Edge to make a huge mistake.
Well, guess what? We're in that fuel window now. Will
You
anybody
know,
pit?
it's coming down to it. SP's got 3 laps left, so somebody's about to pit. And it's Flash.
Wait, you see the back half pitting there, yeah. Flash also pitted earlier than these guys, but he's in the window, so
Yeah,
it worked out
everybody's
pretty
been
well
running
for
it
him.
dry, which I expected for this final run. Run it dry. There's no point of pitting earlier than what you have to. Just go ahead, be the last one out there.
It depends where they click to 0. We could see the leaders
Leaders
come in
in
here.
right
They could
now.
do one more.
Duchef stays out along with Weist and Deport, and 2 of the top 5 coming to pit. That was Edge and Drake.
I think that was Edge. Weiss going for the lead on Dude Chef. Slides up, almost contact with them. Really side by side right there. They're going to pit here.
I mean,
Are they
Luke,
going to pit side by
I would
side?
be going for the race lead too. People think, oh, well, we're about to pit, just race it out. No, man, I'm racing to pit road. I want to get that advantage. Wow.
Look at that entrance from Deeport. What a good entrance
All that for
from Deeport.
Weist to actually have a soft entrance. He didn't have to brake heavy like he did last time. And then Deport sending it into pit road. No contact in the dude, but he definitely has something in store for these top two. He's like, I want to be a part of this race. I want to go for this win.
Yeah, they were all separated by barely any time, so a fraction of a second of a faster pit stop here could determine who comes out the leader.
Yeah, we'll look on board here to Weast. We'll see. Here comes Duchef off. Deport beat him. They're going to be side by
Before
side.
beat him out.
Weast out in front. Now, how much of a... No, and here comes the
Not at all
leaders
what
back
Duchef
behind
wanted.
them. Weast takes over the race lead here.
Not at all what the front two wanted to see of Dudechef and Deport, because Weist is way out there. They're going to have to work together, and now they have 3 other
Yep,
cars to worry
Edge,
about.
Hammer, or sorry, Edge, Flash, and who else is that in that mix? That's Drake right there.
Drake. Yeah. So they
It's
made their
game
final
on from
pit
here in
stop.
these last 20, 15, or roughly 15 laps here. It's going to be a great race to the end here. Definitely, if you have not tuned in, or if you're just not tuning in to the stream, it's going to be a wild, wild finish. We had a chance at it at Charlotte last night in the Cup Series. An insane race at the truck race. Came down the last 10 laps. I think we're in for it again, Luke.
I think we are too. And if you look at his at Weist's stats throughout the entire season, Weist, I don't even know if he's won a race this year in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's
he has
looking to
not won
lock
a race.
into the playoffs. And that's the crazy part, is that Dude Chef already locked into the playoffs. Deport does not matter. He's pretty much just going for the win here in the lower series. And then Weist going for his first win this season and to lock in. And I think these two have reeled in Weist.
They have.
Those 3
They
out back
definitely
behind him
have.
are kind of hung to dry at this point. Dude Chef going low for Deport, gets over and out of the way, and Dude Chef up in the second position. Now, game on, fight is on.
I think Dudechef has the fastest car. The question is, does he have enough time? We're coming to 10
Oh,
to
he's
go.
got enough time, Luke. He's got enough time. Question is going to be, how does Weist block? Because you know Weist wants revenge from Tuesday night. He wants to
Yeah, and
beat
hopefully.
Dude.
Oh yeah, and hopefully we don't have to deal with a lap car this time in the final
That would be
couple
the
of
hope.
laps.
I
mean,
see
there is
it.
one up there. I know you
Who
see
is
it right
that,
up
I
there
wonder?
in the distance.
Let's see. It's Outlaw,
Is it Ranger?
who was
Oh,
running
gosh.
top 5 at one point.
They're closing in on Weist, Alex.
Yeah,
He's going to get there with about 4 to go.
9 laps to go from Charlotte. Only 4 laps to go until we hit the 5 to go, where there's no more cautions. This would be a one caution race, and would be the under on INF's take. We would lose out. We took the over on both.
Oh, he is there. Sorry, Alex. He is there. He has the, I almost said the DRS. He has the draft. He's there.
On board with Dude, and yep. He still got 8 laps. 8 to go this time.
And Deport is not out of it. They're going to battle, Alex. There's no way they're not going to battle. It's going to pull Deport in. It's going to pull Edge
I don't
and
know.
Drake.
Unless Dude just waits, which I don't think he is.
He's not going to wait. You see Weist being aggressive, blocking the bottom. He's challenging Dudechef to take the top. being
Yeah,
really
very
aggressive. You
smart
saw
move
the
by
double
Weiss. It
block
didn't
there.
cost him a whole lot of time. It didn't slip him off exit or nothing.
Duchev is smart. He's an open wheel racer, so he knows how to calculate a move. He knows how to get somebody off their point without making any contact. He knows where to make the move. The question is, when will he do it and how as we come to 5 to go?
Impressive
Alex,
night
a
all around.
race. Why'd he go to the top?
Made for exit.
Why did he go to
Better
the top?
exit off. But dude is there. And here comes Deport. And now here comes Drake. You called it.
Here comes Deport.
Now Drake is there.
We're at 5 to go. He hits the apron. Duchev does. Gets into the title. Weiss. That's going to move Duchev into the lead. Deport probably going to get second. Drake's going with him.
Great racing by these guys. No matter how this finish goes, it should be a great, solid finish. Duchev looking to repeat what he did on Tuesday night.
Alex, remember last year here in the Xfinity Series, it was a thriller of a finish. Dusty ran out of fuel coming out of turn 4.
Well, we won't have that to worry about this time.
One.
And we step in the outside wall. And he's out.
Weiss in the wall. He's out of it.
Weiss, such a dominant car. Unfortunate ending for him, and I think, honestly, he had help from Edge.
And I wouldn't be shocked. Those are not the best of buddies. 3 laps to go. Here comes Deport with the late charge.
He's got Drake. Drake looking for a solid top 3. He might want some more.
Alex, I'm going to call the shot right now. If Deport gets there, you know he's going to be aggressive. They're going to wash up.
Yeah, Drake's still looking for his first career. Not in this series, first career in this league.
Oh! He's getting the elbows out. 2 to go. Drake to second.
I just don't know if they've got enough time, though. Drake washes up.
They keep doing that, they will not. Yeah. Is it going to be another second place finish for Drake? He said he was taking my name. I could see that happening. Is into 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. He's going to have a hell of a last lap to get to him. White flag in the air. I don't think he's going to get
What
there.
a night it's been for Dude.
The lap car. The lapped car.
Off in turn 3.
But yeah. Yeah, into turn 3, Duchev won his first Xfinity race last week. He now comes out of turn 4 to win his first 2 races back-to-back. He wins in Charlotte.
And Drake gets second once again.
Dominant performance from Duchev.
Deport third, and that's your top 3 with Edge taking home the double dip challenge. What
Jay
a
got a
performance.
top 10. He
Jack
got
Boy
9.
finishes 7th. Edge gets 4th.
Back-to-back wins for Duchev, who has really, really opened up and has become a strong force
I would
for
be
this
surprised,
Xfinity
Luke.
Series title.
Edge getting it done with a 3.5 average versus Jack Boy's 7th. Honestly, Luke, he got a 777. So it doesn't win anything, but Jack Boy finished 7th at the Charlotte Roval, finished 7th tonight, and ends up with an average 7th.
Usually a good number, but doesn't work.
We'll be right back. We're going to go get our top 3 interviewers, and we'll be back for post-race interviews. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the post race here at Charlotte. Me and Alex up here in the booth just witnessed a great race. Only one caution keeps the good streak of races going. Alex is down there on pit road with our winner
Yeah, I'm down here on
in
Victory
Dude
Lane
Chef.
with our winner, Dude Chef, tonight. Man, we were just talking about you, how we thought you were kind of an underdog because we typically usually say the rookies are the underdogs, but you are no underdog since you have come alive, man. You have done it all, and you're here to fight it out. Another win to capitalize onto your playoff hopes and dreams this week after a solid race in the Truck Series, and now you back it up with the Xfinity race. What was tonight like with a different package?
I mean, it felt kind of the same. I was struggling with some handling issues there, pretty much from the second stage all the way through the third stage. Fortunately, I was able to make the right adjustment on the final pit stop, and I was able to get the car to rotate a little bit better than what it was, and we were able to put that thing
Yeah,
back
you
out
did it
front
phenomenally
and take
well
off.
all night long. You had to battle quite a bit here this evening. And right there towards the end, about 20 laps to go, you had to start battling, and it was Tuesday night all over again. You and Weist. What was it like with you and him up there?
It was just like Tuesday night, man. I was like, this is what it is. I mean, I know he's not going to let me pass him, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to get around him. Um, Fortunately, I had some help from the 38 car. He gave me a nice shot and gave me a little bit of an edge to be able to get down to his door in 3 and 4, and I was able to get around him in 1 and 2 after that, after the front stretch. So um, I hate it for. I don't know what happened with him, but I hate it for him. I saw a car eat shit in my mirror, and um, I heard him come across the thing. So it sucks for him, man. I wish he could have been up there with us at the end of the night, but um, yeah, we take him how we can get him and
Yes, sir,
move on to next
indeed.
week.
And so, talking about next week with now back-to-back wins this week at Charlotte with Trucks and Xfinity, heading into Kansas next week in the Xfinity Series, back to a regular standard package times two normal draft. What can you expect out of this 15 car at Kansas?
I wouldn't expect it to qualify very well. Statistically, I don't qualify very well, but we come out with a very consistent car every week. I know Kansas can be a one-lane racetrack for the most part, and passing is going to be tough, but I think if we just come out and be patient and stay consistent all night long, you'll be able to see that 15 car up front by
Awesome.
the
We
end of the
can't
night.
wait. I know me and Luke have enjoyed it all night long, and we can't wait to see what you do next week, because you'll be kind of on the highlight reel heading into next week. Any shout outs before we ship it on down?
Yeah, man, I want to give a big shout out to Deport, obviously, for giving me that bump down the front stretch to get, past Weast, all the guys at JD Motorsports, all the guys at Dirty South Motorsports. I've been having a really good time. As you know, I struggled when I first came into the league, but with the help of these guys and a little bit of determination, we were able to get things kind of moving forward. So big shout out to those guys, and we'll be back in the garage on Friday
Awesome,
working
man.
on something for
Well,
Kansas.
congratulations on the win tonight. Go celebrate, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty,
Y'all have a
and I'm
good one.
going to send it down from the start and finish line down onto pit road where we find Luke.
Yeah, Alex, I'm down here unfortunately standing with a man who's trying to take my crown. Drake, T2, once again, buddy. You must be extremely upset with that. You had a chance. You've had a lot of chances recently, and it just has not worked out for you.
No, it hadn't. I don't know what else to do. But it's I'm running consistently. I'm getting better every week. That's all I can ask for. And eventually I'll get that first one eventually, and hopefully there'll be many more to come after that one.
Oh yeah, that's usually how it works. Once you get that one, you just start clicking them off. I could definitely see you doing that. You've been in positions so many times this season to win. Um, we saw you kind of made an aggressive move on Deport. Obviously, I thought maybe if you guys worked together, you were sitting in the catbird seat maybe for the top two to come together and you would come through. But I think personally you made the right move. Would you do anything different?
No, I mean 2 laps to go. I had to go for it. I mean I felt like I had a pretty fast car, and I think I could have. I don't know if I could have passed Duchef, but I think I could have got pretty close to him. And I did one outside pass on SP, and he couldn't believe it. So I knew then. And then whenever I end up with the fastest time of the race, I knew I had a good car.
Oh yeah, man. Well, first of all, congratulations on the second place finish once again. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to before we head down to the third place finisher?
uh, just thank y'all for doing this and letting me be a part of this great league, and I can't wait for many more races to race.
All right. Thank you so much for your kind words. Congratulations again. Congratulations to Dude Chef, and we're gonna move over down with Alex, who's with the third
Yeah,
place
I'm out of breath
finisher.
here. All right, so third place finisher of Mr. Deport, my man. What a race by you, man. You started off kind of risque towards the front, but it worked out. You finally
Yeah.
found something right there towards the end, and you were able to capitalize on a couple mistakes. And we thought at one point you may have sped down pit road after you cooked it in there a time or two, but it was a perfect stop. You gained the time, you didn't speed, and uh, was there anything else you could have done in those last couple pit stops to try to get up to the front to battle for this win even more than what you already were?
I mean, not really. It's just Charlotte with me and the cold tires. It takes a couple laps for them to get going, and so those couple laps, I'm trying to get my car within it. Uh, those last two stops, I really made sure I was trying to within the first lap. I was trying to cook the tires down where they're warm. They just weren't. So I just didn't really have the grip in one and two. That's where I lost most of my time. On like when it was Weast and Dude Chef. Turn three and four, I usually gained on them back again. It was just like I kept the same, but then I kept once I got warmer, I kept on. I sort of like was like a shark watching his prey because I just kept on basically reeling them in closer and closer each lap. But I mean, yeah, I felt like maybe I possibly had a thing. I knew it was 2 laps with Drake. I knew he was coming. Kind of wish he didn't use the bumper on me there, but I know what he was trying to do. So I mean, it is what it is. But thought I was gonna have him there at the line. So at least try to give him at least one less second place finish, so he doesn't try to become LRS again. Um, he wouldn't back out there, but yeah, and then I guess help him one of our guys for RCR for Dirty South of Douche Chef, helping him try to get past Weeks because I knew he was going to be tough. I was like, I was there. Yes, I was going to go for the win, but also at the same time, I'm going to try to help my guys out
I
best
understand
I
helping
can.
guys out. I've done it many times before. What a way to get it done. Off that final pit stop, last question for you. After that last pit stop,
Mhm.
we were seeing how you were so far behind Dushev. Was there, or sorry, it was Weiss. Was there any thoughts that, with the amount of laps left, that you may not catch them? Was it too far out, or did you think that you and Dushev actually had a legit shot?
Uh, no, I was hoping, which Dushev did for a couple laps. He stayed behind me, and we pushed, and we were gaining time. I just felt we almost were starting to stall out, and I saw Dushev was trying to make the move. I let him go because I'm like, he was the better car, and who knows, I could try to get behind him and try to help him and try to follow him, and maybe we can try to do something then. That's really what I was because Dushev has been on rails this whole entire night. Probably the one thing I was really shocked was Weiss in that second pit stop. He came in. I know you thought I came in there hot, but Weiss basically was third place about 5 seconds back, and he somehow gained to us, and he passed me going to pit road. I don't know how he didn't get a penalty, but there's that one. But it is what it is. I mean, Tyler's been a roller coaster. At least head head hell, head hell high because I didn't lag once this race. I'm back,
Yeah,
hopefully. Knock on wood. But that start of the race,
yeah, no,
I
all
was
race
more shocked
long.
myself.
You just pounced whenever the time was there. You got the job done, and at the end of it, come home that bronze medal. So, what a night for you, and nothing to be ashamed about for third place. Congratulations on it, and we can't wait to see what you do next week at Kansas. All right, and that's it for the top three. Now, LRS is still on pit road. I'm hoping. I think I see him way on the other end of the pit road, down there with Edgington, who has claimed our double dip challenge winner, who will be receiving the 10 bonus points, or sorry, 10 playoff points and 20 bonus points, and Lucas staying by with him.
Yeah, I'm down here with Edgington after that very long interview with Deport. Thank you, Deport. I had to stand out here in the freezing cold. But
You're
yeah, Edgington, you won the double dip challenge. That is like 2 race wins and a couple extra points for you. So obviously you must be very, very happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because right now I'm not locked in the playoffs, and 2 wins helps, honestly. So
Yeah, does that change how you race? I mean, you're still obviously not locked into the playoffs, but does that change how you race for the rest of the season, or are you just going to keep up the same old way?
probably not. I'll just keep it up the same way I have been for the past 2 weeks. Getting top fives and just contending for wins, and maybe hopefully luck strikes every once in a while. So hopefully it'll strike me one of these days, and I'll win a race.
Yeah, I won't doubt that luck won't strike you either because it struck a lot recently. I don't really have too much to say to you. I want to give it to Alex, see if he has
Yeah,
anything
no,
to say to the
solid
double
race
dip
by you all
winner.
night long. Not a whole lot to say. Just congratulations on it. It's probably our short. We were talking about the pre-race, our shortest event that is a over a stretch of a few races. So this is only 2 races with the break in between. You got the third place at the Charlotte Roval, and then the fourth place tonight brings you to the 3.5 average. So over Jack Boy's 777 that he has, not bringing any luck and coming up short. So again, just a big congratulations because that'll definitely be a big boost for you. Yes, sir. And
Thank
I'm
you.
going to hand it back up to Luke to close us out for the night.
Yeah, well, first of all, I just want to say thank you to the entire league for putting on a great race tonight. Thank you, Alex, as always, for having me up here in the booth. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in to one of the better races this season. Only one caution, great battles for the lead, and great battles throughout the pack. Also, a great winner and a great podium. Make sure you guys tune in to UTLR Live next week. I think we have the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series next week racing at Kansas. You can catch it here at 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday and 9 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. And like I said, me and Alex will be back up here again for the Xfinity Series, and we will catch you guys then.